Career of Evil by Robert Galbraith is not what you would expect. It's a good thriller, yes, it's a nice mystery to read, but even after reading the first two books in the series, I wasn't expecting this book to be that dark. It's hit me unexpectedly from the top. Robert Galbraith is the pseudonym of J.K. Rowling. For people who do not know, yes, J.K. Rowling writes thrillers and mysteries, very popular Cormoran Strike novels, and there are now 7 of them. I think the 8th one's coming soon. All of them are rated 4 and above on Goodreads, and from book 1 to book 2 to book 3 and then so on, each one is rated better than the previous one, and that is what got me excited about getting into this series. And I can tell you, it is true. Career of Evil is the 3rd book in the series, and yes, it once again has Cormoran Strike, Detective Strike, at the center of all of this, along with his trusted partner Robin. A huge deviation from the previous books to this one is the fact that this one starts with a murder that is very close to home. And when I say home, I mean Strike and Robin. Robin receives a package, and when she opens that package, it's a foot. A foot that's been cut out, which is later revealed to be a female's foot, right at the place where Strike lost his leg. So it's the exact same leg, it's the exact nature of cut, and that's where things start. I wasn't expecting the start to be something like this. In the first 2 books, it's been a murder, yes, Strike and Robin get involved, but it's happening slightly aloof, slightly far, and Strike is a observer. Here, Strike is at the center of it, Robin is at the center of it, and both of them are feeling the heat. The beauty of this writing is the characters, they really are so relatable, and it's never ever the case that either Strike or Robin come across as people who have a hero attitude and never say die attitude in the face of near death or sheer death. No, both of these people are scared for their lives. While the first 2 books did talk a little about their personal lives and what's going on in their mind, Strike more than Robin, in this book it is both of these guys whose lives, whose pasts have been put out in the open for us to read, to consume, and to understand the depths of where these characters come from and what has made them continue to tick and continue to move forward. The beauty here is how Robert Galbraith or J.K. Rowling balances the main narrative with the subplots. I think that is so beautifully done because you are invested not just in the main narrative but also in the subplots. You want to understand what went wrong with Robin when she quit her college in the middle of everything. Even with Strike, you want to understand what went on in his childhood. With the main plot continues to wreak havoc in your brain because Strike is trying to understand who could this person be who's sending body parts in mail, and not to him but to Robin. He's got the suspects down to a list of 3 who have very good reasons to hold grudges against him. There are 3 of these plots as part of the main narrative being balanced, where leads are being chased either by Robin or by Strike or by the police. And every time they chase a lead, you get a backstory of this character and what his relationship with Strike has been. You start to feel like, yes, this is the person, this is the guy who can go to these such depths and send body parts in mail, who can cut people up, who... I'm not getting into that. Hence, the main narrative keeps you on the edge of your seat all the time. It never lets on. At least for me, I could never guess what's going on. I could never guess who the actual culprit is. The main plot is fabulous. The subplots are great. And the best part is the dynamics and the chemistry between Strike and Robin. It is so beautiful, so nice to read, and it is so edgy. You can feel the tension that can be sliced through a knife. It is so tense. There are so many places where both of these people are not admitting to each other what's going on in their mind, whether it's the fear of the serial killer or it's their feelings that they have started to develop for each other, or I wouldn't even call it being developed for each other, but just acknowledgement of the fact that, yes, I like this person. That's something that's so hard for Strike to do, and it is beautiful to read. The overall pace is also fabulous because right from the start, like I said, it starts with a bang and you're totally hooked on what's going on. We're not expecting this dark a start to begin with. And then as the book moves on, you see it going into really dark places, it's only because of the positivity of Robin and Strike as characters that you're able to find the balance between what's wrong in the world and two of these people who would still want to do the right thing. This character that was introduced, if he was in the first two, I do not recall. I'll be honest, I read the first two a while back. I think the second one was about a year and a half ago. The first one was even further back, so I don't remember the character, what Shankar's character, or Shankar, if that's how it's pronounced. Bad impression, but anyway, Shankar's character is really nice. I am imagining this cool guy who's vibing on the streets and moving around with so much carefree energy. Almost feel like it's like Snoop Dogg in my mind. For some reason, I have a Snoop Dogg energy for Shankar in my mind. I don't know if any of you felt that. Please do share, or if you imagined him in some other way, would love to know. Highly recommend Career of Evil. Let me just show this to you. I read this. Like most thrillers, I do not buy thrillers because it's very rare that I reread them. Kiego Higashino, Devotion of Suspect X is one of those rare books, rare thrillers that I own. Stieg Larsson, all three books I own, but it's rare. I do not usually reread thrillers, unlike my fantasy fiction or sci-fi. I do read my favorite books again and again, but not thrillers. So I do buy them on Kindle. This is the cover for Career of Evil. Definitely recommend this book. If you've read the first two, no reason why you shouldn't read this one. No reason why you wouldn't like this one. If you haven't read the first two, I would still suggest that you start off with the first two. But if you do not, the way this is written, it's not a horrible idea to start off with this directly. I would still recommend that you start with the first, because the build-up of characters is really nice and you get invested from the first book itself. Fabulous writing, great characters, lovely chemistry, plots, subplots, all of them top-notch. You're invested right from the start till the very end. And that cliffhanger at the end on the personal front for Strike and Robin, I really want to know what's going on. Can't wait to start book 4 very, very soon. Career of Evil, check it out.